What a great time to be alive. Some might not see it like that, but yeah, lots of stuff happening. And today is a big day energy-wise. Like I said in my post, we have the shortest day of the year here, so it's winter solstice. That happened at 7:43 a.m. this morning, if you're into numbers, and which I am. I love that sort of stuff. So we have our shortest day. It's when the southern hemisphere is tilted the furthest away from the sun. The earth is tilted the furthest away. And we have a new moon today. It's also a solar eclipse, and it's International Day of Yoga. So yeah, we've got big stuff happening today. So let's dive in. Make yourself comfortable. Hands resting wherever feels good for you, and just start to close down the eyes as you just settle into your body, settle into your energy, settle into you. And just breathing in and out of your nose. Don't force it in any way, but this just brings you into the present moment, letting your attention land on your breath. When I lean into this energy of the new moon and the winter solstice, I notice it's a time to be most reflective, and it's very inward focused. This is the darkest time we are in, being winter, the shortest daylight hours, and a new moon. It's dark in the night sky, and this can all be seen as an invitation into the deepest part of you. This can feel a little raw sometimes if we don't take time to sit with what arises. And if there's a lot of external distraction, this can become really frustrating with the wanting to withdraw internally against that external pull of doing. So today, throughout the day, not just in your practice, feel into what deserves your attention, what you can apply your energy towards. Let go of the things which simply fill your time. And through our practice, we'll take this time just to lean into depth gently. So just follow another couple of breaths in and out as you just feel into what is here with you on your mat today, physically and energetically, mentally. And gently bring your hands to your heart center at prayer, Anjali Mudra. And this is just the joining of both hemispheres of our brain, a connection, and it's also an honoring to that which is greater than ourselves. And gently release your hands down onto your mat, opening your eyes, and just come onto all fours. And just remembering this morning to move quite gently with your body. So take your time just to set yourself up. So your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. And we're just going to move into cat and cow very gently this morning. So let your belly sink. Maybe your gaze doesn't go too high initially. And then as you exhale, round through your spine, drop chin to your chest, tuck the tailbone under. And then we continue with the breath. Inhale. And exhale, round. Finding that space through the upper back. And if it feels okay for you, just close down the eyes. This is a very simple movement. And drop into that feeling state. And this is where your body starts to communicate with you a little deeper, especially through the spine and the lower back, hips. And you might notice any tensions, any pockets of space maybe. And if you would like to move side to side through the hips, and just feel free to move around to what feels good for you. I'm just here as a guide this morning. So tune into what you need, what your body needs, what your energy levels need. That is so important to honor that. Just follow through this for another breath cycle. And on your exhale, on your next inhale, just come back to neutral spine. Take the hands, maybe a handprint in front of where they are now. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And again, be gentle with this, maybe pedaling out the feet one by one. And if you have found yourself back into exercise this week, maybe you've landed back into the gym as they've opened, like me. I am beyond tight. It's ridiculous. So my legs are so sore. So I'm so modifying today with bends in the knees, taking care of anything that feels tight and where there's tension. And on your next inhale, come up high on your tiptoes and just tiptoe your feet to the top of your mat so your feet come in between your hands. And let your fingers slide up the front of your shins for a halfway lift. So lengthen the spine. And then exhale your fingers. Just draw to the backs of your heels for your forward fold. Breathe out. And then inhale for your halfway lift. Fingers slide up. And then exhale as you forward fold. And let's do this one more time. Breath in. Bow yourself down, exhale. And then a very nice bend in the knees as you just rise all the way up. Sweep the arms out and up. Join the palms, exhale down through your heart center. And let the hands come to your sides. And just take a moment to steady yourself. Let's anchor. Grounding down through the four corners of your feet. Feeling the steadiness of the earth beneath you. And on your next inhale, the arms sweep out and up, a breath in. And then forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. And plant your hands down. Step your left foot to the back of your mat, knee comes down. Stay low here. Let the hips sink down. Just allow your body to feel into this space in your body. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, start to straighten through the right leg. So walk the hands back with you. We're just going to find some movement here. Inhale, hands walk forward as you lunge. And then exhale, straighten. Inhale, lunge nice and deep. Plant both hands down. Tuck your left toes, lift up and step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Bow yourself down, exhale. Rise. And then you forward fold, exhale. And the halfway lift, breathe in. Hands plant down, right foot steps back. Gently bring your knee down. Just landing here, make sure that your left knee is above your ankle. Take a breath in here, let the hips sink down. And then exhale as you straighten through the left leg, draw the toes back. And then you inhale to lunge, hips sink, heart goes forward. And then exhale as you straighten. Inhale, lunge, plant both hands down, tuck your right toes, lift up, step to the top of your mat, halfway lift. And bow yourself down, and then you rise, full breath in. And then release it down, full breath out, emptying all that air out. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Hands plant down, left foot steps back, bring the knee down. Hips sink down, heart goes forward, breath in. And then you straighten through your right leg, exhale. Lunge as you breathe in and continue that movement as the arms come all the way up into half crescent lunge. Beautiful. Draw that belly button to spine here. Relax the shoulders down. And take a breath in as you reach through the fingertips, length through the side body, and then open arm twist. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. You're twisting towards the right side. And you want to reach through your fingers to find that space. On your next inhale, circle the right arm down, forward, both arms go high. And then exhale, hands to the mat. And tuck the left toes, lift up, step, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Bow yourself down, exhale, and then you rise, full breath in. And then exhale as you release it down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Hands plant down, right foot steps back, knee comes down. Let the hips sink, heart goes forward, breath in. And then exhale as you straighten left leg. And then inhale, walk the hands forward, lunge, and continue that movement as you bring your torso all the way up, arms above your head. And just sinking the hips as much as you need to, but maintain that integrity through the core and through your lower back, so you're not dumping into that lumbar spine. Take a breath in. Exhale for open arm twist, right arm forward, left arm behind you, and hug the outer hips towards one another, towards the midline of your body. On your next inhale, circle the left arm down, forward, both arms high, and then exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the toes and step, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale as you bow, and then rise, full breath in. And then forward fold, release it down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands plant down, left foot steps back. Stay with that knee lifted. And you want to lunge, let the hips sink down, but keep that left leg energized. Push the heel to the back of your mat. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, straighten through your right leg for pyramid pose. Maybe grab a block if you need to create a bit of space here. Stay here for another breath. And then lunge into your right knee. Stay on the ball of your back foot and rise for full crescent lunge. Strong through your legs here. Make sure that your feet are on train tracks so you're steady. into the heel of your right foot, the ball of your right foot, and the outer edge just near your pinky toe, but not your toe. Feeling that steadiness. Take a breath in. Open arm twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. And then circle both arms high. Breathe in. Hands go to your mat. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Bow yourself down. And then you rise. Breath in. And then release down. Exhale. Halfway lift. And hands plant down. Right foot steps back. And keeping that low lunge, let the hips sink down, energize your right leg. Take a breath, heart goes forward. And then exhale as you lengthen through that left leg, pyramid. Keep a little bend in that left knee if you need to. Especially if you're on the tighter side of life at the moment. And then lunge into the left knee, ground through both feet and rise, crescent lunge, steady here, draw the belly button to spine, a little bend in that right knee, take a breath in, reach, and then open arm twist, take it nice and steadily, beautiful, circle that left arm down, forward, both arms go high. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step top of your mat, halfway lift. And exhale, bow yourself down. And then you rise, full breath in. And then exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's just pause here. Just taking these little moments through our practice. To settle back into our body, tune back in. What do we notice about our energy? Where is your attention landing? What deserves your attention and your energy today? Take another deep breath in. Let your belly fill your chest, your ribs. And then exhale, release the hands to your side. A breath in. Both arms sweep out and up. And then forward fold, release it down. Halfway lift, inhale. And hands plant down, step the left foot back. Take a breath in as the hips sink down. And then exhale, pyramid pose, one breath. And then lunge and rise for your crescent lunge, breath in. Exhale, open arm twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Breathe in, both arms go high. And then warrior two, so ground the back foot, arms just come to a shoulder height and you're lunging into that right knee. Just a couple of breaths here, just to land and hold this space. And on your next inhale, straighten through your right leg, both arms go above your head. Pivot both feet to turn outwards, toes turn outwards. And then we're squatting down, hands to heart center, goddess lunge. So you want to have the hips sinking straight down, knees tracking over your toes. And you want to feel the hips open here as the glutes switch on to draw the knees out over your toes, quite intense. Take a breath in here. Release the hands to your thighs. And we're just going to lean forward a little bit as we drop our right shoulder down towards that midline. And then inhale as you come up and left shoulder drops down. All the while keeping that opening through the hips one more time. Just dropping that right shoulder down. You might be feeling this through the legs here now. Stay with me. Coming back into center, sweep the both arms up, straighten through your legs, pivot your toes to face forward or maybe slightly in, and a forward fold. Release it down. And take another halfway lift, so lengthen your spine, maybe take the feet further apart. And we're dropping into this for 5 breaths. Your hands can walk between your feet. Your hands can take hold of your ankles if you wish. Whatever feels nourishing to you. Just enjoying this stillness. One more breath. Let the hands walk underneath your shoulders. Pivot both feet as you walk your hands to the top of your mat. Lunge into the right knee and then step top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow yourself down, exhale. And then rise, full breath in. And then release it down, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Hands plant down, right foot steps back. Lunging into that left knee. Breath in. Exhale, pyramid pose, just for the breath out. And then inhale, you lunge and rise. Crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, both arms go high. And then warrior 2. And that right foot grounds. And take the time just to adjust your feet so you feel steady and anchored. Pressing down and out through that right foot. And let your gaze be nice and soft over your left middle finger. Bring attention. Bring focus. And one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, sweep both arms up, straighten that left leg. Your toes point outwards, goddess pose. Lunging down, squatting down, hands to prayer. And just making sure that you stay nice and upright through the spine. And release the hands to your thighs. A little lean forward as you just drop that right shoulder. And then your left shoulder. Just moving with what feels good for you. Just do one more to each side. And then coming back into center, a breath in as you straighten through both legs, arms sweep up, pivot the toes to face that long edge of your mat and exhale for your forward fold, release it down. And then another halfway lift as you lengthen, a breath in. 5 deep breaths here. Let yourself dive in gently. One more breath in. And enjoy that breath out. Walking the hands to underneath your shoulders and then walk your hands to the top of your mat. Pivot on both feet. Step top of your mat. Halfway lift. And forward fold. And then you rise, full breath in. And exhale down through your heart center. And just let the hands come to your sides. Coming into tree pose. Let's start on the right leg as you just anchor down here. A little bend through that right knee. You can take your left heel to your right ankle, to your calf, or use your hand just to draw the sole of your foot to your inner thigh, hands to prayer. And let's find some steadiness here. If you feel a bit wobbly, don't worry about it too much. Just come back in. Maybe the hands go above your head and you can open up through your arms. Find that focus point where you can really pay attention. Just another breath here. Stay with me. Let the hands join. Release that knee and just exhale as the hands come through the heart center. Maybe walk it out if you feel like you need to before you move to the other side. Okay, grounding through that left foot and a little bend through the left knee if you need to, and just take whatever variation works for you on this side. Notice if it is different. Find that focus point. It's called your drishti. And be strong and steady through your left leg. Hands can travel above your head. You can open up. We're just here for a bit longer than usual. Just holding this stillness, finding our balance, physically, mentally. Just another breath. And then release the hands down through your heart center, release that knee, and just walk it out. Coming to the top of your mat. When you're ready, take a breath in, arms sweep up. And then exhale, forward fold. And a halfway lift, breathe in. And your hands plant down and step both feet to the back of your mat for downward facing dog. Might feel a little strange. It's only the second one of today's flow. You might need to pedal out your feet a little, but keep that length through your spine, pressing into the knuckles of your hands, taking the weight out of the wrists. And on your next inhale, raise that right leg nice and long. Curl that knee to your chest and bring your foot to the outer edge of your right hand. So you have a few options here today for gecko. You can keep the knee lifted if you would like a little bit more energy today, or you can drop that left knee down and let the hips sink down. You can come onto your forearms. Most of you know what feels good in your body for this pose, so just dive in. We're only here for 5 breaths, so go where it feels good for you. That right foot can also come onto its knife edge as you open through that right hip. And just enjoy this beautiful release through the left hip flexor. We don't need to be static here. You can move it around, change it up. You have another breath here. What feels good? What is worthy of your attention, your focus? If you're on your arms, just come up onto your hands. When you're ready, tuck your left toes, lift up, and just step back into downward facing dog. You might like to lift that right leg nice and high and bend the knee open through the hip, just to release through the front of that right hip. When you're ready, let's move to the left side. So left leg extends. And curl knee in and bring your foot to the outer edge of your left hand. Take your time to set yourself up and choose where you land, whether that knee stays lifted, more energetic knee can come down. If your knee's lifted, really keep pressing that heel to the back of the room so it keeps that entire leg energized. You can go down onto your forearms even in this pose. You can open through that left hip a little more. Two more breaths here and really soak it up. If you are on your forearms, just come up onto your hands. And tuck your right toes, lift up, and just step back into downward facing dog and do again what feels good, just to release from that pose. And then gently bring the knees down to your mat. Child's pose. Knees can be wide or together. Take the arms forward. Let your forehead rest down to the earth. And just feeling where your body makes connection to the earth here. Letting your chest just melt down. And be truly present here in your breath. Just appreciating everything around you, wherever you are, at home. And you know where to focus, and you know what is simply a distraction to quiet the anxious mind. So if your breath is your focus, tune into that. If it's a mantra, then tune into that. But allow it to bring you into the present moment. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, nice and slowly, just bring yourself all the way up. So you're sitting up. We're swinging the legs around to the top of your mat and coming into our forward fold. I'm grabbing my block today. If you need a cushion or something else that you want to support that bend in your knees, feel free to do that. If you enjoy rolling up your mat and sitting on that rolled up portion or a cushion or towel, grab that as well. So when you're ready, sitting up nice and tall, take a breath in as both arms sweep up. So you want to find that length, and then exhale. We're folding from the hips, letting our chest lead. Let the hands rest down, let the head gently relax down. And we're here to soak up some delicious breaths. And let this forward fold anchor and ground you. This is where you go inward to the deeper parts of you, to to be, to sit with whatever arises. And we have about another 3 to 4 breaths here. And use your hands just to bring yourself all the way up. And bending both knees. And take the soles of your feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side for butterfly. And you can choose how close your heels are to your inner thighs. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe interlace the hands around the soles of your feet. Take a breath in as you lengthen. And then start to lean forward with a nice long spine. And when you can't go any further with that length, just relax shoulders and head down. Maybe the elbows press into your inner thighs or calves. And again, another journey inwards to your inner landscape. As you are in this inward place, come back to what is worthy of your attention, what is worthy of your energy. One more breath. Slowly coming all the way up. And gather your knees into your chest. And we are making our way down onto our back. We're going to come into supported fish pose. So if you've got a cushion, if you have a block, use that. And it sits between our shoulder blades, or your cushion or pillow or towel sits between your shoulder blades. Okay? And we're just going to lie back and let the head rest back gently, and let the arms come out to the sides, and your legs can be straight here, or you can take them into butterfly. It's up to you what feels good, but what we're doing here is we've just spent some time inwards with our breath, with our intention. And now we're opening ourselves up, we're opening our heart space. If you don't have anything to lie on, just lie flat, that's completely fine. You are still opening your heart space here. We open our hearts to let go of thoughts, ideas, energies, beliefs that no longer serve our growth. And then we grow and evolve from this new place. So even though it might feel vulnerable to open that space, be brave. Sit with whatever arises for you. We have some delicious breaths here still, so soak them up. So I want you to be very gentle as you come out of this space. So just rolling to one side that's probably the most gentlest way to come out. And you can just remove your block or cushion, pillow, towel, and just move it to one side and just allow yourself to lie flat here on your back. Feel the space that you've just created. And if you feel like you need to balance your body with a twist, I'm just going to keep it really simple. If you'd like to stay in this resting space, stay there. I want you to honor what you need, but let's bend the knees if you need to do a twist. Take the arms out at a T. Just let the knees fall to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Just a rebalancing of the spine. And then let your knees travel through center and straight over to the other side. Just keeping your heart space nice and open. Back through center, extending both legs to the top of your mat. And you have the luxury of taking up as much space as you need to here in your home. So settle in to your rest. Maybe layering up, grab a blanket if you need to so you feel nice and cozy. And just open yourself to this energy of the new moon. New moons mark times of beginning. So this is a time to allow yourself to feel held, guided, safe as you step out into new things, new beginnings. Even if you are scared, even if you have veered off your path, even if you fall into cycles of what is not your truth, just open your heart. Be open to what is right before you and let your soul shine through. Just be you in this safe space. rain gently falling. And let this nourish your soul. Let it nourish any seeds that you have planted, any intentions. It doesn't have to be anything complex or massive. It can be so simple. Simple is best. Very tenderly, just start to awaken your body through some deeper breaths, some gentle movements through your fingers and toes. And if it feels good to stretch out, do that. If it feels good to gather your knees in and give yourself a hug, do that. There is no magic formula. It's just tuning into you. And then just roll to one side of your body, pausing there. And then sit yourself up into a comfortable seat. And when you come up, just bring your hands to your heart center at prayer, closing down your eyes. And just feel into this practice, this flow that you've done today. Feel into how your body has responded physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally. Take note of what is worth your attention and your energy as you move off your mat today. Be gentle with yourself. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. An absolute privilege and honor. Namaste.